Good morning, boys and girls. The story I would like to share with you today is The Littlest Bunny in Pennsylvania, an Easter Adventure. We live in Pennsylvania, so I thought this would be a good story to listen to around Easter time. Not long ago, in a land you might know, lived a girl named May and a boy named Joe. They had moved to Pennsylvania and longed to explore, making new friends, have adventures, and many things more. This says Pennsylvania Pet Store. You see the pets in the window? On the day before Easter, they rode into town. They went to a pet store and looked all around. There in the front was a pen full of bunnies. Small ones were cute, and the big ones were funny. They played with the bunnies and thought for a bit, and then they agreed on the most perfect fit. The littlest bunny with the sweetest small hop. He's ours, May announced. Let's call him Flop. You see the little bunny right there? The little white one? That's Flop, boys and girls. So Flop joined the family that sunny spring day. The littlest bunny was now home to stay. They played with the bunny until it was late, then settled Flop into his cozy snug crate. May gave Flop a kiss and Joe patted his head. Then two children both climbed into bed. A soft evening breeze blew through the window, and May and Joe smiled as they slept on their pillow. But Flop had no time now to close his own eyes. He was preparing for an Easter surprise. He was quite little, that much was true, but tonight our dear Flop had a big job to do, for he had a secret he hadn't let show. He was the Easter Bunny, and he had to go. A magical wind gave his whiskers a tickle. His nose now twitched. His ears, how they wiggled. Soon Flop was quite different than ever before, and he couldn't wait, not for even one moment more. He raced through the house, out into the night, where he had hidden the eggs out of sight. His marvelous burrow held Easters plenty. To be quite exact, 9,020,000. That's a big number. He packed up the eggs, he looked at the map, he fastened his goggles and his red flying cap. You see his cap? Got his goggles and his cap. Then Flop hopped right into his hot air balloon, and soon he was soaring as high as the moon. As he watched his first stop grow nearer and nearer, his Keystone State mission had become even clearer. First, Flop balanced eggs on a tall building top. Then he went to the park, spreading eggs as he hopped. And then he dashed off for an Easter home run. Then he quietly hid chocolate eggs one by one. With big bounces here and giant jumps there, Flops hid Pennsylvania's eggs everywhere. He flew east to the south, to the west and north. He crisscrossed the state. He raced back and forth. Allentown, Pittsburgh, Erie got treats. Then Scranton and Bethlehem, 2 were complete. Philadelphia, Reading, the list went on. Flop was delivering his eggs until dawn. He even got some to Lawrence County, here in Newcastle. Finally, Flop found his very last stop. He came to your house with a bounce and a hop. And there he delivered his Easter surprises. So many eggs of shapes and all different sizes. And when he was done, he stopped for a rest. Yes, surely Easter was one of his best. The morning sun rose on the bright Easter day. It was time to wake up for Joe and for May. But when they went over to find their friend Flop, the door was wide open and his crate was unlocked. There were eggs to discover, as all children know. But we just want Flop, Meg cried, and Joe. They looked under their beds, they looked all around, but the littlest bunny could not be found. But whose goggles were these? Who unfolded this map? Then from round the corner came a faint tap, tap, tap. They rushed and they stumbled. It had to be him. And there they found baskets. And something else was tucked in. It's Flop, they cried. They held him so close. Joe tickled his ears and May kissed his pink nose. Flop hugged them back, his new friends so dear. Happy Easter, Pennsylvania. See you next year. Did you find all of the Easter eggs hidden in Pennsylvania? There are 20. Happy Easter, boys and girls.